the system of subsidies that has favoured them for 30 years is now inevitable. More demonstrations are promised. 5,000 police, a siege and violent clashes today. It is, said one union leader, an historic moment, and Europe's farmers know it. Bill Neely, News at 10, Brussels.
A prominent Republican was being questioned by police in Northern Ireland tonight about the Omagh bomb outrage in August. Francis Mackey, chairman of the 32-county sovereignty movement, which has links to the so-called real IRA, was arrested at the hospital where he works as a nurse just outside Omagh. 7 people were arrested at the weekend in police operations on both sides of the Irish border. All the passengers and most of the crew were dramatically airlifted off a British ferry in trouble in the Channel today. The ship, the Picasso, lost all power in storm-force winds and was being swept towards the French coast. Our South of England correspondent Adrian Britton reports.
On approach to its home port of Folkestone, the Channel ferry Picasso, which came within a few hundred yards of a major maritime accident. All 12 passengers and most of the crew were airlifted off the stricken vessel as it drifted perilously close to the French coastline. The British-owned freight ferry had just set sail from Boulogne this morning when its engines lost power in gale-force winds and pounding seas. Dragging its anchor, these pictures show how close the Picasso drifted towards the harbour wall. In fear it would break up, the decision was taken to evacuate, leaving just a skeleton crew on board. Across the bows, a rescue tug can be seen arriving. It attempted to tow the ferry clear of danger. The ferry's 2 engines have now been restarted, and once again the Picasso is sailing under her own steam. She has been escorted across the channel by the British Coast Guard tug, the Far Turbot, in case her engines fail again. By French rescue helicopters, the passengers, French lorry drivers, were safely airlifted ashore to Boulogne. Tonight, the ferry's operator, Falcon Sea Freight, said they believe the loss of power had been caused by a minor malfunction. Adrian Britton, News at 10, Boulogne.
Still to come tonight, the rest of the day's news and sport. Howling winds create whiteout conditions in the north of Scotland. Can the canteen culture of the police be changed? A special report on efforts to tackle racism in our police forces. Sheffield United head south, but will FIFA allow their controversial replay against Arsenal? And teenage talent and the mother hens, keeping them on the straight and narrow of London's catwalks.
She's finished now. She's got to go to Jasper and to Nicole Fari. I know that they're all still going to be there. That's going to be okay, isn't it?